Hello! Hello, everybody. Hi, Bosky, and hello, Baby Chicken. Thank you both for contributing some points. Mic is muted? Maybe I'm just too far away. It's not muted. But here, I come closer. Oh, so. Oh, sorry. I just noticed that little music info in the center of the screen there. Well, I'm glad it worked out. Anyway, that's so funny. I need to see exactly where this saved. It seems like I still have my friend with me. Oh shit, it's the morning. Can I load the previous night? I forgot to steal the dude's boots, so... Just one sec, gonna go steal some boots. BRB thieving. Oh, these are weird. Ah, hello, Rasp. Welcome. Okay, cool, we were done. How are we doing? Oh man, you're full of energy today. Doing pretty good. Made some tacos. Veggie tacos. What an idiot. Means I'm gonna just go to bed. What are they made of? I don't know if you'll approve of the ingredient. They were made of a tomato and lime salsa, spinach, raw spinach, and roast turnip. Not turnip. Damn it. Parsnip. Lots of parsnip. Veggie tacos, yep. Vegan. They were vegan even. Oh, nope, never mind. I used yogurt. And mayonnaise. My point was there's no cheese. And is basic tortillas not vegan? They would be if they were homemade, but they might not be from the store. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Oh, I'm sorry. We're talking American white trash tortillas. They're flour. We don't use corn tortillas here. I've tried them sometimes, but store-bought corn tortillas are so dry. And it's quite difficult to buy corn flour. It's not impossible, but it's a little difficult.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Yeah, I make homemade white flour tortillas. You call them See, I really want to read that as tortellinas, but I don't. I guess it would be tortellinis? Tortillinas? I'd love to try making corn tortillas at home sometime. I'd have to find the flour. My friends were on tour in the States. They had no money at the end, but a stack of corn tortillas. Were they just being gifted tortillas by like local people or something? What the fuck? Yeah, I know the flour tortillas are not the regular, proper tortilla. But what I grew up on.
The body is reluctant to let go of the boots, as though it were its last bit of dignity.
With cream cheese? Yeah. Cream cheese and a little maple syrup or honey for the non-Canadians in chat. So good.
You're going to need to summon all
Very
your strength
drippy,
for
though.
this undertaking. Whatever you're planning to do, you need to do it before you catch pneumonia in the cold draft coming from deep inside the fridge.
When I used to be hungry after school and like desperate and unwilling to cook at the same time, because you know when you come home from school and you're waiting for dinner to be made, so you can't like make food, you have to just scrounge for a little bit. I used to have a tortilla, a white flour tortilla with peanut butter and a little bit of honey. Rolled it up, called it food. Used to eat them that way when, with cream cheese when the school ended. They're good.
It's not completely useless. You're able to reveal a little more of the putrid polymer sock beneath the boot.
These parsnips are a little bitter. I guess that's why they tell you to remove the middle. Oh, fuck that, that's too much effort.
It feels like the leg is going to come off along with the boot, but you're able to get the boot to move a centimeter or two.
I would have done it. No, don't worry. Plunder is... I haven't seen Plunder ever do this. This is a while ago. We don't get whole pizzas for just one person anymore. We used to do that on Fridays when your dad left you money. Ooh, nice. I think Fridays? Or sometimes Mondays. One day a week, it doesn't matter which. I used to get money for school to buy lunch at school, and it was the best. That meant that I could get often curly fries, often just straight curly fries. That's too much food. My daily food intake when I was snowboarding was insane. Yeah, snowboarding plus being 14 to 17, have all the pizza you want.
This is the right method. It takes some time, but eventually the boots come off, with nasty slices of polymer sock stuck to even bigger pieces of skin and rotting flesh.
I don't want to wear these.
Not good. Let's pin this on the bear. The ice bear tore up his legs with its claws. As for the boots, you can't possibly do anything with them until you've cleaned and disinfected them thoroughly.
Something like that happened when you were in martial arts? Yeah. There's just something about the combo of being young, very fit, and doing physical activity. Even half fit. You need a shit ton of calories. I never had that phase. I definitely ate more when I was younger, but not by much.
Yes, these absolutely need to be washed before. The stink is incredible.
Half a box cereal for breakfast. Veggie burger lunch 1, burger and muffin lunch 2. Post snowboarding, other half of cereal. Dinner, bunch of food that mom cooked. Snack, more cereal, more snacks. I used to struggle to eat breakfast in the morning. Now my morning has moved, and I guess I'm cool with it. Almost got depression because you stopped doing the things you liked from when COVID started. I understand that. Now you're a god-obsessed player.
Didn't the worm have a kitchen?
Shoot, loony Rooney. I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius, a regular Copperlangelo.
Thank you.
Come back later, Coppo.
Bye. We got the boots eluded. Eluded my boot.
Only the red cable is plugged into the breaker box. Somewhere, a machine.
Let me in. All right, now that I've finally detective-fized the boots into my inventory, I can clean them and wear them and be snazzier.
This industrial gas-powered stove has been used to prepare food for many hungry hostel guests. There are several pots and pans on hand. There is a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge. It's bad with those boots. Don't be stingy now.
Those boots are real gross. Just soap and the bottle of white vinegar, please.
The delicious smells of cheap soap and vinegar waft up from the pot. All right now, chef. Light up the stove and boil them. A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. It could be used to make enough stew to feed an entire city, and also to boil a putrid pair of death boots.
Just boiling a pair of death boots. Ah, no! Don't leave.
Industrial gas power. The strong smell of vinegar forces you to step away from the pot. The water slowly comes to a boil.
Wait.
Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float to the bubbling surface.
Beautiful. Wait.
The boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh are beginning to look cooked. You can smell it too.
No.
That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going to get.
Yay.
Steam dense with the smell of strange meat disappears into the vent above the stove.
Get rid of the sock and flesh stew and examine your boots.
A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect.
Yeah. Light as feathers and a tad too big for you, but don't let that bother you. With these on, you look like some kind of future warrior, and they'll keep you safe if you accidentally shoot yourself in the foot. Worth it. Fuck yeah. Handwritten fridge note?
The note is written with a blue pencil. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the offsite copy is still here. You'll find the filament memory with the offsite copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box? Didn't you see one? The note does not specify. According to the note, you look down at the white ceramic skeletons hugging your arches and calves, surprised at how well they fit.
That reminds me of when I played lacrosse. The only out-of-town games we played were in a town with a vinegar factory. That's all you smelled when you got there. Oh man, I can imagine. At least it's vaguely clean. Like, it could have been a... Ain't nothing worse than a town with a tannery. A leather-making factory. Luckily, there's just, beer. A lot of beer factories around here. Actually, yeah, there's a shit ton of breweries now I think about it.
The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you.
The enemy tech. I must study it.
Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it. Observe its properties. See if there's a weakness in the design.
Okay.
For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
Noted. Lots of factories with nothing but heavy ventilation here. Mostly forgotten the smell. I think that's perfectly accurate. Oh yeah, I always forget we do have a map. Like, what the fuck do I do with this map? We're staying here. The murder happened back here. It gets so abstract up there. It's weird. It really hurts to punch this armor. A sword wouldn't even leave a scratch. A bullet would bounce right off. There must be some flaw that would allow you to stand your ground against this dangerous enemy tech. You have to figure out what it is. Possibly by beating yourself while wearing it? Shooting yourself? Let's see. I am a fucking genius. When I worked in a warehouse, there was a food processing plant down the road. And when they made spicy sauce, you could smell it from a distance. Oh no. You open the door from where you work and you just get blasted with something spicy. I'm pretty sure I can't do this, but I'm gonna try.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, a door. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. The
Nope.
chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt.
I know.
The bed is cold and not particularly.
I'm gonna skip through this because I did do this on
The sheets
stream
feel
before.
at once coarse and clammy.
I
against
forgot to
your
get the
skin.
boots.
The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out, and then sleep doesn't come.
And it'll be midsummer, so thinking of spicy food is the last thing you want coming out of that boiling hot warehouse.
Sleep doesn't come.
Yeah, I actually worked at it was a factory, but they grew insects. Like, it was a farm, sort of. They had just stacks of these of different flies and roaches and things, and they were in pest control, which sounds backwards, but like they sell these specific insects which go and eat a specific pest, and then die out when the pest dies out because they no longer have a food source. And they were doing shockingly well. They were making like millions of these bugs. But I worked there for a couple of days, and I couldn't take it after that. The very first day, they're like, "All right, here is your one-piece tracksuit." It's not the right word for it. A coverall. So heavy coveralls. And I'm fairly tall, so that was fun. You could see my ankles. And then here is your ventilation unit, your HVAC, your personal HVAC. So you have like a big hood that goes over your head, muffles your hearing, and then is a glass in front of your face. And it muffles your hearing because this heavy pack that goes around your waist constantly pulls air from outside and blows it into the hood, so you can breathe this musty ass half filtered air. Because the bugs, through the nature of bugs, they grow so fast that there's like little bits of them in the air, little bug particulate. So they're like, yeah, you can't breathe that shit. Here, have a HVAC. I'm like, right, okay. But just even the whole day of training, I couldn't hear the person talking to me. I was constantly like, whoa! Speak up, dude. I can't see your face or hear you. And then just the idea of the routine is the same every day. It killed me. You would go in and feed all the bugs and then shake out the eggs from like these little trays. You had to shake out these eggs that were the size of sand, but not get any of the sand. So that was very stressful. They'd be like, no, you missed about 4% of the sand. Anyway, you just reminded me of the one factory type job that I worked, and I hated it.
Obviously.
While I'm eating.
Your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Maybe it's the bed's fault.
A really cool business idea, though.
It barely covers your toes. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still
No, that's
into your
fine.
mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Something to do with your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelid.
I remember when I went, it was in fall, And they're like, you're lucky you missed out on the huge heat wave. This place doesn't have AC. And I was like, what? There's millions of bugs living in here, just producing heat, and you don't have air conditioning?
What it says on the can, Harry. You're not. Do you remember your wife's? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs? That's right, funky babe. Tell me. They were only. You failed in everything. You really dropped the ball. No, Harry. You're. Sting. You're not coming back from You're trying to. So something is wrong. Oh yeah. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
That job made me realize also that I can't do the exact same thing every day. I need to at least have like a little variation.
Good going, buddy.
I was like, what do you mean tomorrow is the same? You're training me. What's going to be different? And they're like, nothing. Let's do it again, but better. I'm like, no.
Oh, you mean, why are you so tired? Too tired, and that it's just that you're too weak to say no now. Waking up, of course, you and Speed will be.
Right, okay. So the speed has worn off, and we gotta go get ourselves some drugs. I don't actually remember what the next step in our detective solving is here. I might have to consult my notebook. Kim! Kim! Hey, Kim!
Morning.
Hi!
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union must have turned up. They look rowdy.
He won't even acknowledge the stolen boots you're wearing. For him, they don't exist. You'll have to bring it up yourself, later, if you dare.
He was like, don't take the boots, those are evidence. And I was like, okay, man. And then I went to bed, and he went to bed, and then I snuck out and stole the boots and put them straight on. I'm sure he won't notice.
Everything point, which may, of course, all be wrong. I completely forgot one loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk today.
Good. Yeah, but aren't you?
They're in no hurry. Yes?
Are we gonna talk about the boots I'm wearing?
Okay, let's talk about it. You stole the boots.
Uh-huh.
Congratulations.
Thank
That
you.
must have taken an enormous concerted effort.
It's pretty hard.
Considerable ingenuity and timing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to report you and you are going to go to jail.
Oh.
Lie to get out of it.
These aren't the same boots. I went and bought a pair myself.
Sure. Anyway, did you want something? Related to police work?
He bought it.
Can I help you?
I'm gonna sing here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. Your body is ready, sire.
You, we singing. Oh wait, how are you doing, man? You moved.
Just a moment. And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Everything alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, how's the phone line down? They called from this phone.
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later.
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Okay, I'm gonna say yes, but this sounds more like a side thing. I need to take care of my main thing. Then I'll get back to this.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent.
Somnolent.
A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
You have more important things to worry about.
More important than a missing expedition? I don't know. Expeditions often lead to something interesting.
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
I really don't know.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Of course.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now.
It is, though.
Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
So he's some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
Oh.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
My apologies, ma'am.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
The quality of research at Revacholian universities has been on the decline, but you doubt there was ever a time when cryptozoology was embraced by the academic elite.
Tell me more about this insect your husband's looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating, but I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
I really want to ask her about, what did you say? Entomological minutiae.
Well, It's a phasmid, technically, but
Yes, go on.
Ah yes, Phasmatodium, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
Why did he pronounce that so colloquially?
where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
Yeah, we are.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you.
This dude is a skeptic about this. When I told him that I am so drunk that I can't remember that I'm a human being. And he's like, oh, rare insects? Nah, that's not possible.
It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
Why do you think it's here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So you got a clipping?
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
So then it's dangerous.
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
So it's cool then?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even.
Okay, so you care about this bug because it's
Oh,
just
dear.
a cool bug.
I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
You're an enthusiastic idiot, but you're still an idiot.
I want to know everything about cryptids. Living cryptids, extinct cryptids, marine cryptids, land cryptids. Bring it on.
We don't have time for Cryptozoology 101. Let's get back to work, shall we?
Oh. You're no fun, Kim.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers. It's not strange, it's inconvenient. Who told you that?
Doesn't matter. Tell me who you suspect.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of arseholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill. Yes?
I do.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
Proceeds to call him either of those things. Hello, got time for some questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Nice pots.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Anyway, thanks.
You see a heavy steel door with...
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the whirling in rags. There's something about it that makes me need to know.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
I love how they're like, you want a side quest? Fine, here's a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older. The door does not budge.
Come on to you, door.
Another thing. Great. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Okay, so then what's behind it?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a freak warehouse, probably.
Wondering about it is, of course, exactly what he's been doing for 10 years.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
Nah, you don't get to pretend. You want to know.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Oh, hello.
Let me handle this.
You seem a little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
I knew you weren't the gardener.
That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Right, she was friendlier on that corner.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours, stern and perceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him. That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong army.
Ah, hi, Pigs official.
Nothing official.
Welcome.
The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Why so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Oh, okay, we're getting political here. How am I? I am doing great. Just polished off some parsnip tacos. Stole my character some boots. I don't like any of these. I wish I could agree with her and not say, yeah, let's go to armed uprising.
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
Strange.
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. What you want is of no significance, officer.
You see bushes outside. Hmm.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
-12. It's not time. +1. Mysterious door seen. Well, these are some fun statistics.
Nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn, nor does the light come in from this window.
That's ominous as fuck.
This is where you say you're a bit.
Detective.
We need to talk about the man hung out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
And the room.
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
Ah.
He understood what you were doing, taking inventory of them.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Man in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
There's a container belt around his neck.
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes. Why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
Oh.
We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
So you confessed?
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Why'd you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line in my town.
So he was a mercenary?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it. But I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Okay, so besides crimes against karaoke, what did he do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming, Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
This was the woman who you said was raped?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
No. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Who do you fucking think does?
Bow to the bearded man. Gangs are usually run by the oldest, most venerable member.
Theo's a great guy, but come on. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man. You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Known him? Yeah. Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
How many people have you sent to the Shays?
Chaise électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Honestly, I drink so much, I don't know who I sent to jail.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets.
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure. We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school?
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
We... Look. I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
What you used to knock him out?
My fucking elbow, Copper.
Samuran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves, originating from a Samuran Isola. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details.
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few
I got
others.
it.
But
First, who's solid?
who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. This little rat-faced fellow is solid, too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there. A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning. Keep it going long enough, and he'll crack.
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
And fuck you, too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
This one is a stone wall.
Like what, Copper?
Why don't I just arrest you?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer.
Oh. Oh. Oh, this seems like a bad idea. Ooh.
Look, Coppers. I know you think you're doing your job here. But there are 7 of us, and 2 of you.
That's too many guns.
you're the little guy now.
So, little guy, you had some questions?
Yeah, little questions.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your station.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Damn.
Yes? What do you want to know? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. There was some interest in this case at my station.
Cut this boring stuff off immediately. You know what this case is about.
Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rights. We'll get on it immediately.
The weary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Extremely.
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit. Then...
No. The deceased is a security guard for a corp. There was...
Cut this boring stuff off.
Yes, it just...
The weary tone is the surest indicator.
That's commendable.
It can still be an... He's basically
Good.
Convince Kim there's a sexy, dark mystery twist in the case. +1. It was a murder. Mm-hmm. Let's try it.
Only banal things strike you. At the core, you're a very one you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back.
The soft one? My lady friend.
I've got nothing to say to you.
No. Let me think.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Oh, I want the headlights.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. That sound, you feel the wind in your hair.
Wow.
Down a narrow street, lined with shabby wooden houses, the 881 motor tracked, coiling like a serpent high above. Children play under the viaduct. Eyes turn to watch you as you pass. The Valley of Dogs, and before it, a familiar dome, like a ladybug without the colors. The building has a designated parking place for your carriage. This is Precinct 41, as close as you have to home now. It's far away. The lights unfold with a little click.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than a child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, two men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Ah, Martinez.
Weird.
Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you. Though you can't say why. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do.
Ah, hi, Niku.
Let's take a look.
Oh, of course pants are off, don't you worry. Although I am wearing the boots that the dead guy wore. But I boiled them first in some vinegar, so they're clean.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant. Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait, 18?
That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
You really think I fucking know? I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Yeah, you think I know?
Fair point. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Wow, more than 200.
216.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
I used to be good, that's some solace. What's the last number?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills.
Confirmed kills? That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
Is now a good time to pour one out for the fallen?
Definitely not.
I expected a higher number, honestly.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
You ever kill anyone, Kim?
Yes.
How'd you handle it?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective, or self-destructive than others.
He looks at you. Yes?
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Oh, like what?
Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now.
No, tell me your hobbies, Kim.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Let's get another one in Shivers going. Oh, you. I need to talk to you more.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Look like you know drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
'Cause I want drugs.
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
A little bit.
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense.
Then what's your deal here?
Fine. Just I want to know who's smuggling drugs.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Why are you here?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo.
A rhymesmith? This is quite credible.
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
I love that drama calls me sire. Just at all opportunities, it's like, sire, he speaketh the truth.
Wait,
yes!
There's something here, stored away in some dusty corner.
It
starts like...
A mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. It's camera and X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion? That's good.
Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity, never your own.
Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
Or did you learn it in school? More importantly, who can prove if you did? Go with it. You deserve some acclaim.
I'm just a vessel for the muse.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours.
I think so.
Fucking hey. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days.
Hey.
It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it.
Cops are human too.
Yeah, I guess I owe you an apology for thinking otherwise. And again, great shit.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though, remember those words.
Ah, man. But those days are behind me. Hey, man, that's serious criminal
entrapment.
We have a credible lead.
Not me, man. Look, man, I tried.
We wouldn't say. Why does art inspire you so much?
It does. Yes, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. In short, art is the highest form of human communication. Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
I have been feeling pretty critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
I think I'm now a 3-part cop. All right, get me in.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street. You must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms.
Great.
The woman still.
If you want her attention.
Where am I? Who are you? Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam. Back in Meth until you came along.
I've seen this before.
Someone was. I wasn't. Well, you, people.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive
They are someone. They're beautiful. Why not, Harife? It's not like I have earned. What do I need drugs for, Lowman? Yes.
I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them.
If you don't know,
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
why would I want to do that? Lowman, what in the name of God are you talking about? Maybe. Probably not. Just this month I made half a dozen trips from... No, Lowman, diamonds. Easy.
That's correct. There is no...
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. Where do you want me? Or...
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go.
That was a bit of a waste of time, but I had skipped that in order to get the boots.
Make way for the...
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Ah, so we are in limbo. I knew it.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave.
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales.
Whatever you say, officers.
Got a smoke?
No.
He's got a smoke right there, in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it after listening to his garbage.
It's my last one.
You're hiding smokes.
Why would I do that? I'm an honest man. I bet. Sorry I couldn't be of any help. Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, Koiko picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter. Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious. Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same.
His accent is all over.
Out of our heritage in the name of profit, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck him right up the ass. Mark my words. Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here
and then use it to outcompete us. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
But they make alcohol in Ilmar too.
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
He eyes you wearily.
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
Very good question.
What? Aren't we allowed to say that it's the kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road science, man. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right?
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess so. It's about biological determinism, natural law. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
No worries, I get it. You're just racist.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're...
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Yeah, no.
Don't push your luck.
You're fucking insane, man.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. The back end of the cabin is a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man.
Mhm.
The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the lost city of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Looking for something, Aunt? Come to tell me. Oh man, that's great. God damn.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
I have to go talk to Ceiling.
Everything's still cool here, officer. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person. That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. No, I just forgot. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity. Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
Know who they are, tell me.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
If you don't want to get into this, you have to give us a reason.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Oh, important question. Have you heard of the game Gorgolon? No, I haven't. But I will look it up. Oh, unless it's a word dumb thing. Do I need to point out that, here he is. He's real? And of course, is this WoW? Yeah, he's in WoW. You dumb butt. You can finish it.
I don't know. Maybe.
He's not ruling her out.
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
I spelled it wrong. Gorgolon. These nuts. Why? Yeah, if you had spelled it right, I might have actually got that. But instead I was reading it like a Gorgon. Which is a legit thing. And so I was like, oh, that could be something, I just don't know. Got fucking Bart Simpson. Ah.
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't
Damn.
hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
I don't remember any of the Bart Simpson pranks anymore. Other than the... No, actually. No, I don't remember any.
All right.
Ah, that's the one. That's a good one. Hello, I'm looking for Amanda Hug and Kiss. I need Amanda Hug and Kiss right here, immediately. As soon as Bosky said something, I was like, "Oh, oh, it's a D's nuts, isn't it?"
Huh? What is it? What do you want? Did you just call me a lady, Herife? I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul. I'm only terrifying to small children.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. The big ones, the trucks. There's no women and men there. It's all just... In the middle of this town, there's a ghostly motorway. It takes all the people where they want to stay.
You feel very cold suddenly, as if standing face to face with a terrifying adversary. Then the feeling dissipates.
What the fuck is up with this lady? She does a bit of lorry driving that's so desolate and so long that everybody just becomes like shells of themselves.
In the background, a quiet song seeps from her cabin into the air.
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers? Oh, Sim.
Well, that got me fucking nothing. It's my best and only one, and I messed it up. I'm gonna chat to the last of these lorry drivers. I think there's 2 more. And then I'm going to take a break.
Make way for the master. I don't want to talk about that.
You know something, what is it?
I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
So you said you didn't know and now you do?
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her.
It's true. We would have caught a lie. Bah. Emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact.
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. A youngish woman.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad.
We can't just let it go.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
Said she's troubled.
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Thought everyone was afraid of her.
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind, the way it worked, the trouble it was giving her.
The pain it was causing her.
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. Wait, this guy says they're friends, then acquaintances, and he's okay with others ratting her out. Now is not the time to focus.
That's a lot of shit.
You need that info, son.
So you just don't want your hands dirty?
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too. You're not going to put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
I wouldn't be so sure, Tommy.
Oh my god, pain threshold. Shush. Fine.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again.
I'll go talk to the other driver since you're too much of a wimp to tell me.
Looking for something, Aunt? I don't know what you're talking about.
First, Sealing didn't do it.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job.
Why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? You?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Ugh.
You're not peonies.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter's Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod.
Tell me what you know.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Show me your lorry right fucking now. The ladies' driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you, I told you.
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'll burn it down, you hear me?
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green.
Have a nice day, sir. I'll go park my butt in front of the lorry, and then I'm gonna go on a short break. Oh, hi, Confetti. Ah. Oh, you're bringing the party. So many Doritos. I will feast. I should have tried to catch a few as they went by. But you caught me right as I'm going for a break. Oops. But I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So see you all real soon. Hello, everyone. I think that was only a 4-minute break. I'm back. What even is time? I need to know what's in here.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside. I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
This screen found, A to Z, contemporary, is popped, pry bar in
Uh-oh.
hand. You take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass. Goddamn maggot. Drag your ass to the gym and do some reps right now.
Yes, sir.
Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
I just found a drink in my fridge called Swallow's Nest beverage, and I now know that there are edible bird nests. Huh. Weird. I feel like a bird nest is like a dessert of some kind, like a sugar thing.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Nice, dude.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
It's sweet? Okay. I was very unconfident about the existence of a bird nest dessert, but...
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed. Likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would you need that many?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV.
The drink's a bit sweet. Is it fizzy? They're always fizzy. My nemesis, carbonation.
Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
Ah, thanks, confetti. Ugh. It's like slime. Oh, I guess kind of like aloe. But still,
doesn't look...
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver.
You know what? I was literally just about to be like, You know, thanks to everyone who contributed to my childhood art share challenge. But Niku remembered just before I could mention it. But thank you, Niku.
But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
I'm still, like, I'm constantly flip-flopping between just setting up a camera pointed down at my desk and showing stuff by hand, or scanning everything. And like looking through a slideshow. And then that way also I'll have a digital copy of it all.
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
But the effort...
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday.
Périphérique.
Paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
The Uland frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Uland.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posted. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the seat.
An ingenue.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera.
Whoever, I believe this is all translated from another language. Whoever, the original author and the translator, hot damn, their vocab is bigger than mine. Break out the word ingenue. Apparently a stock character in theater. Oh, hi, Squishy. Oh, wow. Thank you for the raid. Welcome. Well, I hope you had a good stream. Doing some art. Ooh, yeah, I've seen you've been posting lots on Twitter lately. Been doing some great stuff. I think this path has expired. 1 second. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, thank you, Confetti. Yeah, I have a childhood art share challenge going on right now. I doubt any raiders have points, but if you want to share your default 300, perhaps. I was going to share some of my old hand-drawn art on stream. It was a real struggle tonight. What I thought was going to be easy ended up really difficult. Relatable. You picture it in your head and it just can't. Oh, thanks, 1010. And Squishy, thank you all. I'm sure it turned out great. Are we there? Hold on. No, oh, 5,000 to go. Oops. been a while since I was able to catch one of your streams. I wasn't streaming last week, so it definitely it's been a while. It probably feels even longer because of that. But yeah, I'm glad you came by. We are currently playing Disco Elysium. Let's see. As a detective, I've taken down the body. I've learned that there is a murder at all, and I've taken down the body, and I'm about to break through the local drug trafficking ring. These are my thoughts. It's my brain's a bit of a trippy place, I guess. Like, thought cabinet is a fun combination of words. It is. It is. It's a really fun mechanic. And then, you know, your basic stats. Shivers is my current highest. It's how in tune to the city I am. So a lot of the time that the narration will like pop into third person, which is really fun. It'll be like a drunk man stands interrogating a witness. A leaf blows by. And I just imagine that my character is just staring into the distance, picturing himself in third person. Also, Drama talks a lot. Drama always calls me sire and uses the royal we. So they're fun.
Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly.
Right now, electrochemistry would like speed. See? Tuesday, find speed and sniff it. That is a goal of mine. Find some speed. What ones of these have I done? I have a goal to sing karaoke at some point, but I haven't found the music I need. Oh, right, I gotta get into the chimney. Okay.
This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. She wasted away in a drug den called Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
I gotta find this place. Sounds like they probably have the speed I want.
Actresses and the writ enclosed the rust.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Yes? Oh, my thought's done.
Fairweather T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
I got the boots. Time to relax now. Yeah. Get yourself a nice blanket. Too many pillows. A pet to snuggle. If they're available. Cool. Cool. Oh, this is right. He wants to talk. What's up? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my my hands are off the keyboard. I told him to talk to him and he's just spinning in circles.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
And the movie posters?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Kim.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
You could just be like, I don't know, she could be gay. Dude. What if the film industry is involved?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Evrard Claire would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road. We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we're done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Debrief over. After you.
Okay, Kim. That was an info dump. I listened to most of it. Blah, 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 blah. Union might be in on it, blah, blah. Oh, what?
I, saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
We searched it.
Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who'd tell on her. But, is she in trouble?
It'll be an investigation.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
I really don't know.
Damn. I always warned her to watch herself. Man. Nothing to do now, I guess. Maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What is your plan with all these rhymes? Do you want to be a poet? Like you're going to make a book?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
Ah, Sprechgesang.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
The man taps his finger.
Doritos. Ah, I missed.
Looking for something odd?
Oh, no, I am not looking for some... Oh, wait, no, I have $50. Everyone's accent is so all over the place, I just don't even... I don't know what to do with it. At least his was. Sometimes it's Russian, sometimes it's French. I guess that's the point. Oh wait, what do I have in my inventory here? What can I smoke? Nothing? Oh, more of that stuff. Pretty
To
sure
the
my
left of some croissants and juice bottles, you see
one you legally
a
purchased.
small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles.
No.
A colourful
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Right. Do you sell speed?
Huh? Speed. Like, speed. No, Frit doesn't do that.
Of course not. Frit is an establishment that acts within the law. Is that all, detective?
Bah. What's the point if they don't even sell the good drugs?
Smokes,
Here
please.
you go, mister.
And a
Here
vodka.
you go, mister.
Thanks, you don't have to say that every time, my dude. Off we go. Back to Joyce. Oh shit, put away this private rifle. Oh, what is that? Hot damn, that looks fancy. Vodka, temporarily stored in the pail. The crystal-clear liquid has been contained in a ship-shaped bottle, commemorating the vanished ship Haranker. Obliterating your livers never felt quite so exquisite. So the pail is mentioned once or twice in main dialogue, but, like, it's mostly not really mentioned. It's sort of like the afterlife or something. There's, like, holes in reality that lead to the pail. I don't know. It's a weird place. This is not Earth. Oh yeah, no, let's try these out.
There it is, a brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir.
I'm sorry, it's been so long, friends.
You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Light it up.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop hair, people. Johnny Thunder
Hey!
fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants.
What pants?
With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go.
What pants? Leafy needs the Doritos. No. Pants. Sip that bad boy and breathe in.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
Yes. Chill as balls. Perfect. What the fuck is this? What is this mystery cube up here? And that big cracked egg over there. Okay, I need some help here. Okay, let's double check the body. I don't want to talk to Joyce. I'll do it in a bit. Oh my god, finally.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid. If you want to try again.
I get it. Let me equip the thing.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has 2 cables up something close.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises. This orange machine is dead still.
Oh god.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it, the ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen
My
shut.
pry bar!
It's an advanced tool to get it open. I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
You don't know that.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
What do you mean sooner or later I'll get a mighty enough pry bar? Thanks, psychic brain thoughts.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Okay. I need to make sure my perception is as high as possible, because oh my god. Great. I will take those off. Okay, that's all I got.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Wait.
It's guarding over.
Last thing. Psyche up.
The bear's eyes are still glowing. You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge.
Nope.
You still have no idea where to begin.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Oh.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Hey Leafy, if Void Train ends up being co-op, do you want to play together sometime? Also cool if you don't. Yeah, totally. I would love to. I have only recently heard about Void Train, but the little bits I've seen look super exciting, and I would love to try it co-op. And I'd love to play with you. I think it's not due out for like 8 months. But eventually. It's like in a date right now. Damn, it's hang on. Is the date even announced? Because if it's not announced, then you must have some good connections. Nope, it just says 2022. Ow.
the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Hello?
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
All plans for 2022 cancelled. I need to be ready for Void Train. Honestly, I think that was me getting ready for the Final Fantasy VII remake. I was like, no, all plans cancelled. Must play entire game in one weekend. I did it. And Cloud got the prettiest dress. God dang it.
Hello?
Me with Elden Ring. Yeah. And previously Pokemon, I would argue. You bury yourself into Pokemon and resurface when you have a full Pokedex. It's been a long time, but I'm just saying. I may have looked up Pokemon release date today because I'm bored. No, stop it. Anyone looking forward to Lost Ark? Maybe. I really haven't kept up with... I've kept up with games that have released, but I haven't kept up with upcoming games in ages. Oh, MMO. Well then, yes. Oh, it looks kind of Diablo-y. Oh, it's Fi Amazon again? God damn it. It's just playing New World. I'm like, oh, I don't want to just swap between Amazon games. It's finally coming to the West? Okay. I mean, it looks beautiful. Bosky gonna have to help you fill in the Pokedex. Mm-hmm.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
you hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
Ooh.
After you, officer.
How do I go upstairs? I keep trying to pull up a map and I forget that that's not a thing here. I should really start a list of fucking games I need to pay attention to. I started to pay too much attention to what games came out for a while because I was in video game development. And then I just kind of like 180'd and was like, nope. I don't want to know. But now I could know. Did I lose my light? Did I lose my light? Shit. Shit. I can't see it. Give help. Give. What do I do? It wasn't there! Yes! Confetti, I went the opposite way, started looking for old games. I went through a period of looking through all of the old CRPGs games in this genre, and most of them are old. There's only recently been like a resurgence, I guess. But yeah, I also kind of just like went backwards for a while. It was nice to remind myself of what I used to like. Oh, hello. This is the police. Put your hands up. She's just got a shit ton of dice. I can't wait for the original Alone in the Dark to make me foam in the mouth with rage. Alone in the Dark. Oh my god.
Hello, I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools, the emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
This is a lovely little place. What's a milieu?
Yes, a milieu is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
I didn't knock on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
What do you mean, dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
This place looks like hell to work on dice. Look at this floor. You drop anything and it's just gone forever. There's just a pile of dice at the bottom of the furnace.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with her ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong. Role-playing games? You know role-playing games. Wirral Untethered. What else?
I was looking for answers.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
The walls around her covered with rows of precious stones and minerals.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
Do you know about the lynching?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
And you never took your eyes off your work?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
How can you get so into dice making? I guess this wouldn't be it's probably not resin pouring. It sounds like she carves gems. I guess that could be pretty intensive.
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it. And
she nods.
Anything else, officer?
Why a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there. Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
Yeah, no, she's smart. This is a smart lady. This is a good business.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
I want your most extraordinary die.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
I'm not a superstar.
Alright, maybe some other die then.
Something to help with my work?
Think I have just the right one for you. You're a police officer, right? Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
A beautiful woman tossing you a gift. Whatever you do, don't overthink it.
Oh, -1. Totally overthinking it.
You overthink it. Your hands can't agree what to do, and the 2 dice drop to the floor and scatter in opposite directions, like pearls from a broken string. The blue one disappears down the pit in the center of the room.
I knew that would happen.
Down the drain, like your career. I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary.
Leaving it on the floor.
Her knuckles pop audibly from her nervous habit of playing with her hands. The soft chatter from the headphones continues unabated.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Any cursed dice?
What do you mean by cursed?
I just want to go as bizarre as possible and see what she gives me.
Alright, how about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real. Maybe you have some other ideas for dice? Ah, yes, Fortress Accident. It's too bad they never finished their game. The Wiro Untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motifs of ice and death. And loss, of course.
Ice, death, loss. Sounds like you.
That sounds lovely.
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours. Untreated bone is porous and prone to chipping. Cast it in something hard like resin though, and voila, it's perfect. It's an icosy tetrahedron, a 24-sided die that can produce results for 2-sided, 3-sided, 4-sided, 6-sided, and 12-sided die with a single roll. Technically, you can also use it for many other sizes, but you may need to reroll results.
I'm sorry. This world, for its role-playing, uses an icosatetrahedron, a 24-sided die that makes a 2-sided, 3-sided, 4-sided, 6-sided, and 12-sided die in a single roll. What? Is that legit? That don't sound legit.
Loving it. So nifty.
I just want to hear what the basic one is.
Maybe you have some... That's a classic, yes. A standard role-playing die with plant motifs. Now, for the material, most of my customers opt for an exotic wood. For this, I would suggest Elysium snake wood. For 7 real, I could have it ready. Maybe you have some other ideas for dice? What do you mean by cursed? Alright, how about I say maybe you have some... Ah, yeah, the Wiro.
Ice.
I'm thinking something made from Great, see you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
So, I got the alligator bone one.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Creative.
Know where everyone else went?
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind. Rats scuttle in the dark rooms under the abandoned blow dryers and dusty mannequins. Cobwebs cover rotors and radio computers alike. So much failure.
Why all broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own. It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that, as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Isn't it?
What does she mean to get off on?
No. You don't need to ask the specifics.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
That's understandable. Fantasy is serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seem to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
Oh?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Really? Must have been on one hell of an ego trip.
That's what I thought. Because when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep up new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
Damn.
Showing
I feel like I
up
have to dig at
work
someone.
on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
I would have supported them. Look great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
I didn't say I'd support them that much.
Anything else? You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs exactly?
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful.
Even you can probably do better than that.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
I really liked just listening to her talk.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now,
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
there was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritta does the same thing.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. And they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either. Eventually, Ravishell Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Class A 5000. Class A 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges. The taxidermist who made it
Oh my
said
god,
his
it's a
vision
taxidermied
beast.
bear
He
fridge?
said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
I didn't know it was a real bear. I thought it was like a carved thing. Oh, thank you, Svalens. Thanks for the contribution. You gotta go, confetti? Alright. Thanks for stopping by. Peace out. Have a good night.
Sounds cool.
Megatherion, a mega wild beast. It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
Maybe this wise and noble beast can guide you toward those amphetamines you've been craving.
I don't, officer. You should stay away from drugs and vision beasts.
No, I want both.
Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Outside its light.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time. It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime. Kuno. Who's Kuno?
Little ginger gremlin likes to defile dead bodies.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid. It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it. It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
I love when this happens. When one part is when electrochemistry is like, oh, I knew that bag was full of drugs. And then logic jumps in like, no, you idiot. She's not, it wasn't. The moral of the story is it wasn't.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
Turns out working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
You wouldn't like it either.
Hey.
Others would laugh at you. A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
The customers should have been more open-minded.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet. There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
What in the name of...
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Glad someone took care of the little guys. I like insects.
Really? Anyway.
Last one.
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is. The usual, I imagine. that he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. I have no idea why those keys and blades are still lying around in the house.
They were just props. Why return them?
True.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
Oh, yeah. So the empty name card's yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
So what about the East Delta pinball?
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick track, especially pinball.
She makes gaming dice.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Doom commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
Oh, you're right, Inland Empire. It is everywhere. So somebody answered when I called Slipstream, and it was really creepy.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
First, it was not Plaisance. I know her, and I know her voice.
Oh, right. But did this person say anything?
She mentioned Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
It was too real to be just a prank. Either we're dealing with a professional actress, or...
No, it was something else. Something... eerie.
Pranks can be eerie. Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity. Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it's still... Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Truth. Truth. It's surprising to realize how many people fail at like starting businesses or being successful in anything. I don't know. We only hear tales of success.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energy spared her somehow?
Actually, it's not doing that great. There's no customers, and she has to exploit her daughter to keep the company going.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
I mean, the waitress just took off, and customers have trouble paying bills.
And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years. Selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
It's because you're competent, dedicated to your craft.
What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you're describing isn't a curse, it's capitalism.
I'm starting to see there's no curse, only business decisions and market fluctuations.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring. But I'm glad we got this sorted out.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we could see.
Why hasn't her business failed?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Start taking off your clothes. You need to connect.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
Officer.
I'm trying to lower my body temperature.
And why would you do that?
A technique I have.
And what technique is that?
So, okay, hear me out. Sometimes I get these feelings.
Miss, I apologize for my colleague's behavior. He's still recovering from an unusual medical episode.
Officer, this isn't how mature adults deal with their feelings.
Now you feel something. The cold damp of shame washing over you.
No. I can feel the wind or the air pressure. The air tells me things.
The air pressure told you to take your pants off in my studio?
Ma'am, I never had pants in the first place.
This is not going very well, is it? Word-wise.
No, I'm not explaining this well.
Can you please employ this special technique somewhere else? I work here and my work requires concentration. Half-naked people don't help with that.
You are no fun whatsoever, lady. I'll be back in 8 hours for my damn alligator dice.
The barbell waits patiently.
I will be stopping playing, stopping the stream pretty soon. Maybe another 10 minutes. Feel like we made good progress tonight, and yeah.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? Yes, yes?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
A charnel house of failed business enterprises, leeching life energy from the store.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I mean, I talked to her. She's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
I mean, mine is going to be alligator jaw. Look, she's not a sorceress or a malicious entity. She's like you.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Yes, indeed, drama. She says there's no curse. There's too many inconsistencies.
Too many inconsistencies.
Good luck persuading her. Some people can rationalize anything.
As I said, at first, you're one of those
I'm not doing
inconsistencies.
as well as it looks like I am. I only have my Simone's wards to thank for the protection they provide.
Her business has been up and running for a long time.
Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been feeding the curse. I see that you've fallen for her manipulation, Detective. The investigation is over. I just hope that you haven't made anything worse by going in there. Thank you for nothing. Please do buy some books or be on your way.
There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am.
The shop around you feels ancient suddenly, damp and saturated by the coastal air. The books are rotting. A great cold lives here. And there, too, 1,200 meters away on the urban coast. The dark shape of a church is reflected on the water, calling.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Yes, the Simones are very crafty and their wards are extremely powerful. Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people. The woman before you.
Well, you can solve her case if you have high enough spooky meter. I don't know if I can as just a human detective. No ceremony, just hello.
Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Yeah, I know, but it's like noon. Good, good.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Need any help?
What with?
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. An array of neurons fire up with joy. Bum her a cigarette, lest it turn to pain. You step in and close your arms around this foreign body, wandering astray in touch. There's a small movement beneath your hands as you shut your eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out and asks,
"What is happening?"
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat. The fabric feels cold, moist from the sea nearby.
Keep hugging her.
The situation is oddly intimate. Your cheek is pressed against her shoulder. Her hand is trapped between your chest. 5 seconds pass, and their passing seems so unimaginably long. Then she coughs and says again,
What are you doing, officer?
Fighting for the working class.
Fighting for it how?
One hug at a time.
Oh,
She hugs you back.
I guess it's better than nothing. Keep fighting on, my fellow comrade. Is there anything
Adorable.
else I can help you with?
Yeah, you smoke?
No, I don't.
Nah, I know you smoke.
Why do you think that I smoke?
Look at your hands.
It's not like yours look much better.
She is right. Your hands look even worse than hers. with tiny cuts and gushes covering your skin like a spider web. Your fingertips have become an ugly shade of brown. These are the hands of someone who's smoked for at least 20 years, as evidenced by the discoloration of fingers. Marks on your skin may point to past quarrels.
Just give me a cigarette.
I already told you, I don't have any. Go bother.
She sighs.
Look, your husband missing?
My husband? No, he's not.
So where is he?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
Right, so you don't know where he is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Don't you wanna?
No.
I can help you find your missing husband. Last offer.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
It's got to be something else then. Why else would you be asking her if it wasn't?
Your kid's missing.
No, absolutely not.
Right, so where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
Nanny, where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
I bet you they're at home having a cigarette.
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
Ma'am, the danger is greater now than ever. How old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
Describe their appearance. Any outstanding features?
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
Ooh. I could do with a party.
A killer party? What is it with you and Pulp Staples? My God. Please, no more talk about my daughters. They are fine.
Okay, it must be asked then. What are you doing here? Why are you pursuing this? Is it a hunt?
Look, you can't give me this questions and tell me not to do it. Is your cockatoo missing?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Ma'am, your cockatoo, is it missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
Ah, cockatoo not missing. Just checking.
Great.
So what did you mean by me being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
What if the cockatoo is your astral captain or your heraldic bird? Well, shit, I should.
Wonderful. The story's open. My husband?
The woman before you.
I don't believe that your husband is not missing, ma'am. I will find him for you. You there? Are you the missing husband?
The dented yellow. The box seems happy. Eat shit pig. Fucked by the coon. And St. Jean with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore. And best set mailbox also.
Been there, mailbox. Been there.
The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankfully even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow. And then suddenly, you see it. Over all the other graffitos. Someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words, Revachon forever.
Ominous. Oh.
An old East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Where's Felician? Oh.
Whoa. In your hand. What a funny little cat. The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the... What is he? Your mother? You suck a manly dose of the extremely chemical-smelling liquid into your mouth. It tastes like many things. All melt, not this warmth. It makes you want to share your... Why not? This government develops substance.
I'm happy for you.
His glasses turn golden as... Just don't mix it with anything, he thinks, looking you over. Thankfully, his sense of balance seems okay.
I had taken...
I'm not getting involved.
I had taken this drug before, but I guess not in front of Kim.
Wow. Kim's badass. Or he's had a druggy partner. Whoa. That's probably it. Look at all these guys go off like fireworks as information pours into you. About the lieutenant's simple remark. I'm happy for you. This stuff is great.
Yeah, it's true. Like 8 different people said something.
Already you can tell you're going to be sloping an old East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area. An old East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name. Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and... Alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
I think I'm phoning a memory.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell.
Hello?
For her to answer.
This will be the last thing I do.
It's cold outside.
I'm gonna...
But you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker.
I'm gonna stop streaming after this, so about another 5 minutes. But been lovely hanging out with you all.
A strange metallic taste fills your mouth as you stare at the intercom.
Let's see if I die in this interaction.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
I wanted to talk to you.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I want to explain myself.
It's huge. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait. Is she...
Wait, are you repeating your words?
Michelle, just please.
Even her breathing, the way her voice drops as she finishes sentences sounds the same.
Why did you really call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Is this some kind of joke?
Doesn't matter what I say, you're gonna continue, right?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box. Your hands are getting cold and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Is it over? Can we talk?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
You're recording.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder.
Why does it still feel like it's my fault?
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time. but the recording is still going. A phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow.
Crawling inside your head.
For 300 years I have been here, volatile and luminous, made of sodium and rain. If you want me, you can find me on the beach. Dans la dernière balle.
So... It was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve. I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later.
For 300 years I have been here, volatile and luminous, made of sodium and rain. If you want me, you can find me on the beach. Dans la dernière balle. The fuck does that mean?
Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
Look, a lot of weird shit's going on, okay, man?
That is true.
That one was really weird. All right. Make a new save. Yawn a little bit. All right, everybody. It's that time. Thank you again for joining me. Run around this very strange town. That's equal parts depressing and I don't know, existential. But yeah, it is that time, so let us raid. You're welcome, Vosk. Is anyone else playing this game? Not really. There, I don't know. Panic raid. Anyway, disco time is always relaxing. I'm glad that you find it relaxing. Yeah, it is. It's, the music is very somber, but very calm. There's always some rain in the background or snow. It's quite lovely. And then all the great voice acting. So good. Have a good night, everybody. Goodbye.